morning, everyone, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Mary with Resin Me Up. We are going to do a redo video of the one that I messed up with copyright issue. All right, so this is what I did. This is what I was working on, or what I did, whatever you want to do, what you want to call it. We're going to do this new mold from Let's Resin, and it's a photo frame, and it's a bit different than some photo frames. This is where your photo goes, but you have to encase it in your resin. You can't just put a photo on it and then there's glass to go with it. So, but before I do anything, I want to explain some of the things that go along with it. It actually comes in a kit, and you get two molds. One is a heart and one is a square, and they are called the Let's Resin melting photo frames. Not drip frames, melting photo frames. And when you get them, they come with the two molds, and they come with a little kit that has hanging pieces, a bracket to go on the back, depending on how you want to display your frame. And I wanted to explain to you what I did before I even started, because the plastic that these came in, there was a plastic bag wrapped around them. I took the plastic bags off and I laid it down because this is really sticky. I mean, it's just really shiny, so it's real sticky. So I took that plastic and I cut a piece out and I put it on top of this area, and I cut me a template. And so that way when I go to put my photo in there, I'll know exactly what size that I need so that I don't have any hangover or anything of that nature. And then I marked it, and then when I get all done with my project, I'll put this back on there and it'll stay on there for future projects. So that way I don't have to ever guess or try to make another template for it. It's right here, and I did the same thing with the heart mold. I cut one out and stuck it on there, so it's there and I can always use it for a template for my photo or whatever it is that I want to put on there. So that is basically it in a nutshell, other than with Let's Resin, because they are awesome, they always put how many ounces, fluid ounces, you need for a mold on the mold. This one takes 7.3 fluid ounces, and the other one takes 6.5 fluid ounces. And what I think is so awesome, they give you these bags that zip shut that you can put them back into when you're done. Awesome! So then that way you don't have to worry about trying to store them. I mean, although mine go in my tool chest, but I can keep them both in here and Ziploc it closed. Way to go, Let's Resin. That's awesome. Keep that up, especially for these bigger molds, because, you know, it's hard to find bags other than Ziploc bags to put, you know, like your food Ziploc bags to put those in. But now I can write across what it is if you want to or whatever, and they'll always be in this bag and I don't have to worry about it. So way to go, Let's Resin. And I can keep the little accessory things to go, you know, with it also in the bag, so that way they're together. So what we're going to do is I am going to mix up some resin, and we are going to fill only up to this point because what I'm going to put in here, I can't tell you that yet because I don't want to ruin the surprise. But we're going to fill it up to here, and I want to try to use the colors that I want to use. I want to try to make it transparent, not opaque. So I don't want to use mica powder if I don't have to. And I don't want to brush anything on the mold. And so we're going to try to achieve that, and we'll see what happens. So without further ado, I'm going to mix up some resin. I'll be right back. All right, guys, be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. I got all my resin mixed up, and I want to show you what I did. It took me a little bit longer, but it's just going to be easier. I mixed up my resin. I added some of the Marabu rainbow glitter to the resin because that way I don't have to try to add it individually. I added it to the clear. And then I mixed up 7 little containers of each color that I want to put in here, and it's all the rainbow colors. And what I used was the Let's resin dye, and I put the ruby red 5 drops, the lemon yellow 5 drops, the orange 5 drops, the light green 5 drops, the sky blue 5 drops, the purple or the violet I only used 3 drops because it's a lot stronger pigment than the others, and then peach red I did 5 drops. Mixed them all up and they are ready to go. So we are going to spray our frame, and we are just going to pour. Now, I just want to let you guys know this is a repeat of what I did on the other frame that I had to completely get rid of. So I just want to let you guys know that. And now I just put a hair in there. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna, good grief, me and my cat's hair. Move these out of the way a little bit because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. Everybody see? Okay, I'm just gonna pour these in. Orange goes before the yellow. I'm gonna pour a little bit to one corner. It's getting thick enough now that it should stay and not move too much. And we're just going to move this direction. And I'm just going to go in tiny sections because I don't. Now, isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen? Now my hands are all sticky. Wiped off here. And now I'm going to take my little tool and I'm just going to try to blend them just a little bit, not too much, because I don't want too harsh lines, but I also don't want them to be blended too much. That yellow and that green almost look identical. Okay. And that about does it, guys. We are going to let that cure, and then we're going to come back and we're going to put what I have to go in the center, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, we'll be back, guys. Hi everyone, welcome back to Resin Me Up. This is ready for its next layer, and I want to explain what it is that we're going to do here. I'm going to set this aside a little bit. Okay, so in the center, you know, it's made for a photo, but I don't have any photos, and so I made my own. But it's not like a photo. This is what I'm going to put on there, and it's a water slide decal. I have never used a water slide decal, and so this is, well, other than in the previous video, obviously, but since I'm redoing this video thanks to the copyright thing, I just wanted to explain to you how this works, how these water slides work. Basically, I went out to Creative Fabrica and I designed this myself. I did not just go pick a random graphic. I went out and designed it myself, because you can do that with Creative Fabrica. They have a design, it's with the paid version, obviously, which I have a membership with them. Anyway, so I went out and created this myself, and with the A-sub water slide decal paper, once you print out on it, you have to cover it with a sealer. And the sealer I used was, it's called Treehouse Studio Clear Acrylic Gloss Coating. And according to the directions for A-sub, you have to put on 3 coats. So that's what I did. So without further ado, then you can dip it in water and it seals in those colors. Otherwise, if you don't seal it, all the ink washes right off of the decal. So I'm going to get this in frame. I've got my resin mixed up, And I'm going to get some water in my little dish. Hopefully this dish is big enough for this. Don't need that much. Get you over here in frame so you can see that. And let me get some gloves on. I had some on once and then I had to take them off because I got a phone call, and you know how hard it is to do things with gloves on when you're trying to do real life? I don't know how nurses and everything do it. They have these on all the time. Okay, so here's our water, and here's the decal. Stick that in there. I'm going to get it wet. Ooh, it is a little small for this, but I'll get it in there. And you get it all wet. And then I'm going to bring it over here, get that out of the way, figure out where I want it. Put it about right there. And I don't care if it hangs over because the background is all going to be the same. So can you guys see this? Make sure I'm doing this right. And then that's supposed to slide right off there. Let me get my instructions. Oh, it says let the decal soak for 30 to 60 seconds. So let me make this paper towel wet. And then you should be able to slide off. Like I said, this is all new to me. I've not well, let me see. Oh, yep, it's ready to come off. There it is. guys. Here goes. Gonna pour this resin on here. Everybody in shot? Make sure everybody is. And the reason I chose white is because it's going to make those colors pop. Got her all filled up here. I think that about does it. She's full. I'm going to use my gun to cure any bubbles. You guys notice I haven't been using my torch. It's because I've learned that the heat gun does an excellent job and it doesn't ruin your molds. It's just a much safer option, I think, anyway. Alright guys, I think maybe a little more to dome it. That's about it. Alright, there it is. We'll come back in a couple hours or an hour. I'm going to put this under my curing machine and we'll come back when it's cured. Okay guys? Alright, we'll be back. Good morning everyone. Are we up and at 'em this morning? Have we had our coffee? I haven't. I was so excited to come in here and see how this turned out. So, well, you know what? Before we do this, before we get this out of this frame, I wanted to take a minute to acknowledge something. Something that's been on my mind now for a few days. And I think we all should probably come together and say some prayers, because we're all a family, I guess you want to say, all of us creators. And when one of us go down, you know, we all need to look out for each other. And what I'm referring to is Marva with Marvelous Artsy. She has been in the hospital since last week, and I spoke with her through email only because she was one of my winners for my drawing for my 1,000 subscribers, and she had emailed me saying that she had seen my post for the drawing And so she responded by email and said that, you know, she was still in the hospital and that they were running some tests and still running some tests and things. And so we really need to say some prayers for her, because this is kind of scary. And we just, you know, we don't want anything to happen to her. And I miss her coming, you know, I miss her videos, you know, faithfully. I've watched her videos every single night since I mean, I don't know how long it's been. I've watched her videos faithfully. And as a matter of fact, when I got on YouTube or started my YouTube, I reached out to her first through email. So, but anyhow, so everybody say some prayers for Marva, to keep her, you know, safe, and whatever's going on, to make it go away and get, you know, have her get better and stuff, because I'm really worried. I just want her to get better and get back home and get back to doing what she loves doing, which is, you know, working with resin and doing her videos. So, but I just wanted to say that before I got started this morning, because I've just been really thinking about her and worried about her. And so anyway, let's get this out of the mold and let's see what we got here. Didn't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but I just can't stop thinking about her, and I'm just kind of worried. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Now I'm going to put a clear coat over top of this, because I want it to look like there's glass over it. But that is so cute. And the film had a bunch of little bubbles and stuff in it, but once I put the clear coat on it, you won't even be able to see that that's there. But I love those colors, didn't I tell you that as soon as you put that white on there, it was going to pop? It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then I might do something with these little filigree thingies on there. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but that is absolutely stunning. So let me get a clear coat on top of this, and I'll see what I want to do with these, and we'll go from there. Because basically all that did was make little indentions in the white. So once I clear coat it, it'll fill all that in and you won't even be able to tell. Like I said, I'm not happy with those decals. The same thing happened last time, but when I put a clear coat on top of it, it filled it all in. So, oh my goodness, is that not cool or what? I love it. And it has sparklies in it. Alright guys, I will come back when I get this all, get the clear coat filled in, and decide what I want to do with these little things here to make them stand out a little bit. I don't know. On the last one, I put gold in there, and I wasn't quite thrilled with that. So I want to see if maybe I want to put a different color in there. So, I'll see. I'll come back and once the clear coat's on there and dried, this is still a little bendy. So, but that's what it looks like. Is that not cute or what? I love it. All right, guys, I'll be back in a little while when I get this clear coat on here, and then we'll decide what we want to do with these. Okay? All right, we'll be back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is ready, and we are going to, I already took a few little diamond art little thingies and put them on there. I didn't want to do too many, but what I wanted to do, just to dress it up, these little embellishments just a little tiny bit, I wanted to, I took some UV resin and I mixed in some of the Let's Resin chameleon flakes in the violet aqua, and we're just going to put some in a little bit of these spaces, not too many. I don't want it to be like craziness, because I don't want to overpower. Just enough to give it a little bit of bling, to bring it out a little bit. I was going to tell you I posted a little update on Marva. I don't want to give too much detail because it's not my place, but she is still in the hospital, and she I posted a little update on my YouTube channel of what hospital she's in and what room. So that way, if anybody wanted to reach out to her and or send her some flowers, or, you know, whatever you guys wanted to do. I know I'm not the only one that's been worried about her. So check that out if you guys want to get that information. I asked her and she gave me the information, so sounds like she's having quite a time. I told her I'd pray for her because it's never fun when you have to be in the hospital and don't know what's going on. So and I know, like you guys, I miss her. I miss her videos. Like I said, I've watched her videos since I started on YouTube. I'm not going to bore you with all the details on this, but you see what I'm doing here. So I'll go ahead and finish this up and come back to you. I'm going to put you on pause because so that way you're not having to wait. So I will be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, guess what? It's done. Yay! Got so much other stuff sitting here on my desk or on my table. What do you guys think? I quite like it. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. If you guys can see that, let me turn it maybe this way so you can see the whole thing. Yep. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm just going to hang one of the little hangy thingies on it because I'm not going to put, oh, here it is. I'm going to hang one of these on it. Because I'm going to hang it on my wall here in my craft room. That was the whole purpose I made it. So I love how it came out. The white really made those colors pop. And I like, got some glitter in the center. I like my design on my thing, and just turned out great. So if you like it, guys, give it a thumbs up. And if you like what I do here, please hit that subscribe button, comment, share, whatever it is, and we'll move on to the next video. There you go, guys, my redo video. All right, guys, see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Bye.